Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on my channel. I am filming in a new location today, and if you haven't been following me or if you are new to my channel, welcome. I have just recently moved house. This is our second home that we did purchase. It is hopefully not too echoey in here because we do not have a lot of furniture. I'll just move to the side. So I've just got like my little seat that I'm sitting on because we ordered a couch this morning and then we're still waiting on a lot of other furniture pieces, which is really exciting, but it just means that my house is quite echoey. So hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. But let's get into the December budget. Now, December is it's the start of the silly season, right? So end of November, early December is when a lot of people tend to increase their spending and when a lot of the time their budgets get blown out of proportion. My goal is to try and stay on budget. I really want to try and not go above my earnings or dip into my savings or my emergency fund for anything unless it is literally an emergency. So I want to first of all talk about some goals that I have for December. First of all is to hopefully furnish most of our house and to furnish our house for under $10,000. That's a lot of money. Like that's a ridiculous amount of money, but we do need a lot of furniture because we sold a lot of the stuff from our previous home because it doesn't fit the style of the new house or it's like old and we just don't like it anymore. So we need a couch, we need a dining table, a coffee table, a new bed, a dresser, bedside tables, a couch for the front room, two like little armchairs for the front room, and then a lot of rugs. So we're really trying to get that under budget. We're also obviously looking on Facebook Marketplace because most of the furniture that we got from our previous home was on Facebook Marketplace and we got them for an absolute steal. So that's the main goal for December, to purchase most of those things and to stay under budget and of course buy and recycle wherever we can. The other goal that I have for December is to, and this is probably mine and Lewis's goal, is to decide what we're going to do with the studio that we have out the back and if it is going to be financially worth it for us to create or make that into an Airbnb to offset the mortgage. We're just not really sure if it's going to work or if it's going to be worth it in the long run. Leave me a comment down below if you run or if you have an Airbnb. Does it really offset the mortgage? Like, is the stress and the work, is it worth it? Please let me know down below. All right, let's jump into November's budget and have a look at what I earned for the month. Now, keep in mind that I haven't been paid yet for the last fortnight in November, but I do have a semi idea of what my pay is going to be. All right, let's jump straight over into it. Okay, so let's look at the November budget. So for teaching privately, that is meaning when I go directly through schools, I usually tend to earn a lot more money doing that than I do with working with an agency. So teaching privately, I actually earned, so my goal was $2,900. Through the agency is just like one day and that's $355. AdSense through YouTube and from you guys watching my videos is $200. And my actual earnings from teaching privately, again, this isn't 100% because I haven't been paid for the last fortnight, but this is just a guesstimate of what it might be, which is $3,200. I actually did get quite a lot of days teaching this month, which I'm so happy about because I obviously need it, especially through summer. Through the agency, I actually ended up getting 2 days, which was $726. And then from AdSense, I just got the money into my account yesterday, was $230. So I actually ended up earning $4,156, which is unreal. That's so good. I'm so impressed. Love that, because that money that's left over goes straight into my savings because I'm going to earn a lot less over the summer. There'll be about a month or 6 weeks where I will be earning pretty much hardly anything. So I'm super excited for that. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, which is WeMoney. Now you guys know that I've been using the app for around 1.5 to 2 years, and I've been using it even more so this year because my job and income has kind of changed. So I've been really reliant on the app a lot more. Now, I'm going to tell you about a couple of things that I really enjoy and why I use this app in particular. The first one is, you guys know that I have so many sinking funds. Like, I think I have about 15. And the thing with WeMoney is that you can keep it all in the one spot. Like, it just keeps going and going and going. Rather than having to go in and out of all the banking apps and trying to remember what the balance is, but then you have to go back into the app because you've forgotten what the amount was. It's all together. So it's super easy and really user-friendly. The other thing that I really like about the app, which is really important to me because I have a terrible memory, is that you can monitor and track all of your bills when they're due and the amount. So for example, on the 3rd of December, I will have a Stan bill coming out of my account. And then on the 7th of December, I will have my phone bill coming out of my account as well, which means that it's not going to be a surprise when any of these amounts come out of my bank account. And it also means that I'm really prepared and I never default on a bill. The other thing that I really like about the app, and it's super important and quite specific to me, is because I am a variable income earner, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well, that you can actually track and monitor your income versus your spending. So I really want to make sure, and I've always tried to make sure, that my spending is less than my income. So you can see, and I'll put a little thing on the screen here as well, that in June, my income absolutely skyrocketed and my spending was super low. However, when I go to September, I don't know what happened in September, but my income and my spending were about the exact same, which, we kind of want to make sure that our spending is a little bit less than our income. The other thing that's really good is that if you are starting a budget or you're wanting to start a budget or you kind of want to rejig it a little bit, the app actually allows you to categorize all of your transactions, or it does it automatically. It also puts in the amounts that you spend as well. So for example, insurance was $2,492 for the month of September. This month in November, I have had personal and family, which is all of my kind of house expenditures, has been around $792. Insurance, I've paid $363. Petrol, I've spent so far $254 in November alone. So that is a category that I definitely need to cut down. And if you miss something, you can always add it in, which is really easy, super friendly. The other thing that I really enjoy and like is the community tab. And I think with budgeting, it can be really isolating because it's such a touchy topic and a lot of people don't want to talk about money. But on this community tab, you can post and share your experience, your tips, and other people are there to support you and encourage you to either do better or to keep going. So I really do enjoy the app. And if you guys are interested in downloading the app, I will leave a link in the description as well as all of the information. Make sure that you go and check out WeMoney today. All right, let's start looking at December. Now, I haven't done CRT before in December ever, so I don't know what it's gonna be like, but I'm gonna be really conservative because it is the end of the year and not a lot of teachers tend to take time off in this period of time, or they do, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I ever really took time off in December. I think it was more November because of report writing time, but I'm gonna be pretty conservative. So for teaching, I'm gonna say after taxes, 2,400 after taxes, which is only I don't know, 5 or so days. Actually, no, I'm gonna put out positive thoughts and I'm gonna say 3,000. Let's do it. Let's aim high and go for 3,000. Agency, I'm gonna keep it as 2 days because if you don't get anything privately, you can always kind of fall back in on agency, which is awesome. AdSense, let's keep up the positivity, and I'm actually gonna go with $250. I'm gonna be trying to put out a lot more content, a lot more quality content as well that you guys really engage with and enjoy. That hopefully leaves me with a leftover budget of $881, but let's see if we need to change any of that first. So as you guys know, my fixed expenses pretty much never change. So Spotify, I pay $19 a month. Stan is $14 a month, and my phone bill is $30 a month. Mortgage and rent, again, is staying at $1,500. We are actually paying for the new mortgage now. If you've been following me in my previous videos, I had been actually putting aside the extra money for this mortgage early, just to have a bit more of a buffer when we do start paying the house off, which is this month. For bills is $160. Lewis and I put in the same amount for bills and groceries. With the rate of inflation and the price of gas and electricity and water going up so insanely, we might have to revisit this soon and see if that amount needs to be bumped up. So far, it seems to be okay. I mean, we're pretty stingy with like electricity and gas. Like, I have the lights on right now because I'm recording, but I'm also right in front of a window to make sure that I don't need to have all of the lights on in the house. We only ever keep the kitchen light on at nighttime. The room that I'm currently filming in is our living room, and this room we only have the TV in. Otherwise, every other light in the house is turned off. The heater we only ever put on if we are fully clothed, like with jumper, socks, trackies, everything, and we are still really freezing. I mean, like, look, we can afford to have those kinds of things on, but I also don't want to have it just to have it on as well. We also have a fire now, which we didn't have in our previous house, and it is good. The other day we had it on and it was like not warm at all, and we were wondering why, and it's because the previous owner didn't empty out all the soot and all the ash, and there was like this much, like that much full of ash. It was disgusting. So it was kind of suffocating the fire a little bit. So now it is super, super hot, amazing, love it. And that's gonna really cut down on our gas bill, hopefully. Okay, so that's enough about bills, boring. Petrol, $180. Because I have to travel further now to schools, I travel about 45 minutes each way now to get to a school. They're usually private schools as well, like privately, not actual private schools. Because I really like them, the teachers are really nice, the kids know me. It's usually a more pleasant experience. But by doing that, my petrol, I'm going through it so much quicker. So I'm gonna keep it at 180, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to bump it up to like 200, 220 in my next budget. We'll see how we go for December, and then we might have to reevaluate. So yeah, it's about an hour and a half each day of driving, which I'm actually getting quite tired from doing that. But again, it's a personal choice. We chose to move out this far and no regrets so far. We just absolutely love it. Groceries, still keeping at $400. We've actually started to use a food service that is around $90 to $100 a week for 4 meals for 2 people. And we've actually been really cutting down our snacking and just buying excess and extra food. So our fridge is pretty much barren, which is really good because we're not spending unnecessarily on snacks and junk food. So we both actually feel a lot healthier by doing this. It just means that we don't get to cook what we want. It's only like the meals that are there for that week. Like, you do get to choose your meals and stuff, but it's just a more limiting approach. Splurge money, I'm gonna keep it at $200. I'm actually gonna bump it up to $200 just because it's a silly season and I might wanna go out for cocktails, lunch, dinner, or something with friends or family. And I don't wanna have to super restrict myself at this time of the year because everyone always seems to be in a really happy mood and wanna celebrate. So I wanna do that as well with people and not have to worry too much about overspending. Health insurance is always $100. Car insurance is $84. House insurance is $70. Car service, I'm keeping as $20 because if you've watched my previous videos, I've pretty much achieved that sinking fund goal, which is amazing. Car rego, which is $84. Christmas, I'm actually going to tell you guys how much I have to spend for Christmas this year. I achieved it pretty early, which I'm actually really impressed about. I think it's like over $800. Yeah, $862.99. However, my budget for Christmas this year is $700. That is drinks, presents, food, decoration, the tree, everything. I'm really trying to not go over that $700 limit. Lewis and I do have a Christmas budget of $100. I think it's $100 or $150 each. That is it. I think we had a budget last year or the year before and we blew it. I think the first Christmas that we had in our very first house, I think I spent around like $300 or $400 on Lewis, and we're like, that is ridiculous. Like, we actually don't really need anything apart from house stuff. So we just want to get a couple of little presents for each other just for, you know, it's Christmas. And then for my sister, it's I think $100 each that we'll spend on my sister. For family Christmas, we do what's called Bad Santa for my extended family. That is a $30 limit. And then for my immediate family, so my mum, my stepdad, my stepbrothers, Lewis, my sister, and myself, it's a maximum spend of, well, you have to spend $50, and that is Secret Santa. So what we do is in the app, or WhatsApp, sorry, we make a list of everything that we would like, and we put all the names into a hat, and then you just pull out a name and that's who you buy for. It's always really fun because you always get to guess who bought for you. I always like to try and do it based on the wrapping and the wrapping paper. That's usually a bit of a dead giveaway. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to buy for Christmas this year. I don't have to get any co-workers any presents because I'm not working at one particular school. I work at multiple schools and I'm not there every day, so I don't feel the need to spend money on lots and lots of co-workers. And yeah, we are thinking of potentially having a New Year's Eve party, but we're not quite sure. So I might have to factor that into my leftover budget a little bit later in the month. Birthdays is getting $50. It is my sister's birthday on the 2nd of December, and I am getting her a present. I'm not going to tell you what the present is because she watches my videos and I don't want it to be a giveaway. Clothes is going to get $100 for the month. That I can spend on whatever I like. No repercussions, no guilt, whatever. Council rates is $84. House decor, I'm going to put $50 aside just in case I see something that I really like. And then that is pretty much it, which means that I have $781 left over to budget for the month. I'm really hoping that I can hit the $3,700 mark for income. Let's be honest, it might not happen, but all positive thoughts. Please let me know what is your Christmas budget down below. How do you actually spend Christmas and how do you budget for it? Like, are you one of those people that just gets the money and has it in November, December, or are you like me and you save up for it throughout the year? Do you save up for it monthly, weekly, fortnightly? How do you do it? I know that everyone does it so differently. Lewis doesn't have an account for Christmas. He just spends the money when he buys stuff. For me, I find that way too stressful. So I always like to make sure that it is in a sinking fund and that I'm like ready and prepared for it. But guys, I really do hope that you did enjoy today's video. Please let me know what you would like to see maybe in 2023. I obviously do have a lot more videos coming up and there's a lot more house content to be had and to be uploaded. Thank you again to Wee Money for sponsoring today's video. I will leave the link and everything down below. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. I'm probably saying that really early, but it doesn't matter. And I will see you guys in a video sometime in the very near future. Bye.